from a place where smart parts exist. It's Friday Night with the A-Team with your host, Daryl the Cigar Vlogger Moore, Roxanne, Let Me See Your Transcript, and Mad Church Disease. If your YouTube channel is the entertainment leg of your church, the Alphabet Boys are looking for you in Nutville. It's a night of fun and laughs and trending topics. So sit back and listen and enjoy the show.
I'm in a silly mood. Welcome, everybody. How y'all doing? Oh, Lord. I'm going to cut up tonight. Oh, my God. Welcome, everybody. I'm in a good mood. I'm sorry. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to laugh. I've had a stressful week. I'm so glad that y'all here with me. Kim will be on the way in a minute. I'm in a good mood. I'm sorry. I got to cut up. I just got to cut up. I got to cut up. I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lynn, I'm cutting up. I don't care, man. I have come to realize, y'all, man, they're going to talk about me regardless. So I might as well have fun. I mean, I can't make that stuff up. I mean, I just want to say, welcome, everybody. I got a good thing. Hey, all right. Angela, man, thank you for talking. Very sweet people. Sherry, Elma, oh, yeah, I had a friend who y'all know I've been working with uh, with a friend. I mean, the one who just so those are arguments. Roxanne, let me take all this off so we can cut up.
Hey.
Hey, oh God, I got a good clip. I sound far away. Hold on, let me adjust my volume. Hold on. They say I
sound
far.
Good to me.
Really? Oh, what I thought. Let me run my quick audio test. Yeah.
Where's Kim?
She should be on her way. I don't know what's going on with that girl because I sent her the link. Hold on. Okay, I got the volume up high. I don't know what's going on. Y'all can't hear me? Let me see. I got the volume all the way up. I don't know why y'all can't hear me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I adjusted. Okay, I played with the volume. We good. We good. We good.
Somebody said it's fine now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. So, y'all, I have had a very interesting week working a murder trial. It ain't like the first 48. I can tell y'all all the crime shows you see, it darn sure ain't like that. Boy, it's a different ball game when you sitting in that courtroom and you see all the pictures of crime scenes and autopsy photos and medical records and cell phone records and ballistic reports and DNA reports and all that stuff. They condense on them crime shows, they condense everything down 30 minutes to an hour. You sitting in there all day looking at a screen and experts coming in talking and telling you what's what and who's who. And it was deep. And then on the way to work this morning, somebody decided it would be a good idea to leave a bar driving 100 miles an hour through here. And they lost control of the car. The car flipped over 3 times in the air about 6 feet high.
Killed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He was killed?
Decapitated. He was 20 years old. Right down the hill from my house.
Oh my God.
Not even a half mile.
Oh
right down.
God.
Yeah. But by the grace of God, when an accident happened, nobody was at the bus stop. He destroyed one of the bus stops, and he
would have killed somebody.
He would just because he destroyed that, and that's what caused the car to flip. He hit his car hit 7 cars in the front of his car dealership, totaled all those cars, and boy, and when I saw the pictures of what happened to him, my God. That on top of them autopsy pictures and stuff I saw from this trial, man. So I said, I need to laugh and cut up tonight. Just have a good time. Don't talk about nothing too serious. Just laugh and be silly and laugh at some crazy jokers, people doing crazy stuff. These preachers out here with their sex tapes and marrying underage. Well, not underage, but
I'm never going to understand why somebody would allow another person to video camera you doing something you're not supposed to do. That's like videoing yourself doing a crime. It's the same. It's just as bad.
Yeah. Or like videotaping yourself beating somebody.
You gotta be a real dummy.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Real dumb. You're gonna sit there and knowing you got a whole wife at home and you up in a room somewhere with some boy tooted up, pulling his dreadlock, pulling him closer, like come hither, and you pulling him into you. Them preachers sure know how to grab somebody by the waist, don't they?
Ass, don't they? Some boy ass. Oh, I should have said that. I'm sorry,
No, that's the truth. They sure know how to pull. Kobe Mitchell, all of them. They ain't that crazy. They know how to pull them in. They sure do. Yeah, Lord have mercy. They know how to pull them into that. I don't know what's wrong. I'm gonna find out what's going on with Kim. Because because they pulling them jokers out there. They be in their room and they know how to seize control of the situation and do what they gotta do. I don't know what's going on. So how you been otherwise? Because this trial has really tied me up. I haven't been talking, I talk a little bit, but I've been really coming home and just laying down and getting my mind together and going over the work that I got to go over for the next day. And I said, man, I just need to unwind a good time.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything is better now. Much better.
That's good.
Things are coming along. Jay is doing really well. Really well.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because everybody need a break. No, I do. I know I and
And I've been doing my exercise and I've been doing my walking.
Good.
Down 35 pounds now.
See?
I
See,
think I got, what, 20 more to go?
shoot, I ain't got 20 to give nowhere. I just, oh, I, let me tell you. Let me tell you how embarrassed I was. So I'm down at the courthouse, right? You know, you got to go through the metal detector. If you go in the building, come back out, you got to go back in through the metal detector. So every day at lunch, we coming back. I got to go back through the metal detector. I said, y'all just saw me. Y'all know I ain't gonna. And they like, rules is rules. So I got my ID.
Mhm.
I'm coming. So I didn't got. I thought I'm gonna be slick. I'm gonna take all my jewelry off and my belt and just put it in my backpack, right? And I'm walking across and wind real high today. Big old gust of wind came by, and next thing I know, my pants were down almost to my knees, right out there in front of the courthouse. I can't even
No ass at all.
hold nothing up. I just bare ass right
No
in front.
bad.
I almost got a.
Don't
It,
feel, Daryl, I ain't got one either. Don't feel bad.
man, I was walking, and the wind was up real high. I should have been holding my pants with one belt, but I had my lunch in my hand and my laptop bag,
Backpack.
and my pants
Mhm.
down. I said, "Oh Lord!" I'm trying to clench my cheeks. I'm like, "Ain't no need me doing that." You know, this your subconscious mind. I said, "What the hell am I doing? The pants gonna fall." I had to just drop everything, grab my pants. I said, "Boy, look at me, my poor flat ass out here in the wind in front of the courthouse."
Mm.
I said, "That's all I need. Just say I'm out here in decent exposure and catch a charge. I'm going to court."
Showing all of your stuff
I
for
mean,
free again. When will you learn?
whatever. My pants are down
I am
midway of
an
my.
entrepreneur.
I was so embarrassed. I had to laugh. I said, "Oh," I said, "Damn this little sandwich and French fries." I said, "I gotta get my pants back up." So, I mean, I was right out in front of the door, like 50 feet from the door, and everybody looking. I'm like, "Oh well, they done seen it now. At least I had on some clean underwear." My mom always told me that you leave the house, always have some clean clothes. They ain't had no holes in them, and they were clean. So I said, "Whatever." Just wear a damn drawers before you see them today. Some bony knees and some drawers.
You know
So,
them underwear that you've had for probably 10 years and you just will not throw them away?
oh no, I throw mine away.
Me and Jay be fighting yeah, Jay, I be like, "Jay, can we let these go? I've already replaced them." He's like, "No, they're comfortable. I might need them."
For what? Need them for what? Man, shoot, I'll throw some.
I don't
Now,
know.
but I'm like that with socks. When socks start wearing down, I wear them around the house. Big old hole in the toe. I'm like, man, let me just go and throw this thing away. I'm so bad off. You know when you go to the hospital and they give you those little socks with the grips on the bottom?
Mhm.
I got about 10 pair of those around here. I refuse to
Yeah.
throw them. They keep your feet so
Jay won't
warm.
throw those away either. And not only does he have his, but remember I was in the hospital last year. This time,
Uh-huh.
he got all of mine.
Yeah, but you know what? In the wintertime, if you got on like you got to double up on socks to keep your feet warm, they the best thing to have inside your shoes to keep your feet warm. You put them on, then put your other socks on top of them. Oh, your feet are warm all day. But
But
yeah,
you
y'all.
know, girl, like I keep telling you, them ugly shoes, them Uggs
Yeah, I knew you
will
gonna.
keep your feet
I knew you were gonna find out
toasty. Oh my
my brother
gosh.
in here. They make a UGG sandal, and I saw that ugly shit, and they want $120 for that ugly ass UGG sandal. It looked like a
Oh
croc
yeah.
made with the strap.
Mhm.
Hey, just like that. Got.
Mhm.
I said, man, ain't no way in the world somebody come home with
But
125 for this ugly thing.
what a lot of people don't know though is that you know the UGG boots that everybody wears. Well, they make other boots too. And
True.
I buy a lot of those boots.
I
And they
saw
still have that shearling inside. And they good looking shoes. Boots anyway.
I
I'm
saw
not gonna
that,
do
but
no UGG sandals.
UGG makes a boot that's waterproof, and it's like 200 and
I got
I
that
want
one.
$9. It got fur inside, it's leather and rubber. And I was like, I said,
Yeah, I
this
got
UGG,
that one.
you bought that one?
It's act called what is it? Something with an A. Acra something. I can't think of what it is. I got him.
Yeah,
But you know I don't pay full price for anything.
right. But I
I
was
think
like,
I probably got those half price.
I saw that boot and they had a section of the shoe store for all the UGG product. And then damn Converse now
Mhm.
$70 for a pair of old canvas Converse. I'm like, I used to be able to buy those for $8 when I was a kid. Now they want $70 on them. Like,
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
And UGG
Yeah.
even makes a high heeled boot.
Mhm. They make
Uh,
some nice boots now. I don't everybody
with,
wears the ugly ones. I don't
with
know
a,
why, but
with a wedge heel, UGG make a wedge heel high boot for a woman. I said,
mhm.
uh,
And
I mean,
brown and it comes in brown and black. I know the boot you talking about. I don't have that one.
they sure do, and they want
But what I do
$180.
is wait for that, yep. But what I do is wait and I buy my boots in the summer when they trying to get rid of last year's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know I ain't paying full price for anything.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. So I was sitting in court yesterday. I'm gonna tell you how God works. It's funny. So, and I'm gonna share this with everybody too about not settling for stuff. Get what you want. So y'all keep that in mind. Don't settle for something.
Mhm.
Get what you want. So I'm sitting in court. Part of the reason I went back, I can't lie. I've always been interested in the law. I didn't go to law school straight out when I was younger because I couldn't afford it. And so that's the excuse I used anyway. I could have probably found a way. But time went on, went
Yeah,
on. I
'cause
said,
you was military, so I know that that's not true, but anyway, go ahead.
so I said, well, time went on. I can't excuse for myself. God don't mean for me to do that. Da, 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 da. So I ended up going back to school, as y'all know, and got my paralegal certificate. I said, well, I'm not a lawyer, but I still like the law and I can at least work in the environment. So I'm watching the trial. And every day at the end of during recess or they break it for lunch or at the end of the day, I'm asking 1,000,001 questions to both sides, the prosecution and the defense lawyer. So the defense lawyer, it's just funny how God works. This guy is from Atlanta. His mama's house used to be 2 blocks over from where I lived in Atlanta. And
Mm.
he went to Florida State. He was ex-military guy. He went to graduated college, was in the military. Then he got out and he started working and went to law school at night. And I'm asking all these questions. And he looked at me. He just stopped me mid-sentence. He said, why you ain't go to law school? He said, you know all these answers to this stuff. You asking all the right questions. Why you didn't go to law school? So I came up with this excuse. Well, I couldn't afford it. I got married, started a family, blah, 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 blah. He said, yeah, but he said, why are you settling?
Mm-mm.
And I was like, damn, it was like,
Mhm.
he said, why are you settling? So I said, yeah, well, I did. So last night I went home. I didn't tell him, but I was already on the mailing list for the Cleveland State Law School downtown because they have a night school program. I said, well, maybe I
Oh,
look into.
wow.
So I said, I'll look into it and see and blah, blah, blah. But, because I was already kind of looking at it. But I said, well, I'm too old. You always try to talk yourself out of it. Well, I'm too old and da, 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 da.
You
Then I
but you don't it's not like you gotta go back and get a bachelor's though, Daryl. You already
thought,
have your master's. All you gotta
right.
do is do what, 2 years?
It'll be 4 years because I'll be going in part-time at night and in the summer. But so what? Because law
Okay.
school is, well, I said, I kept trying to talk myself out of it, making excuses. But then I thought about it. And I was sitting here in this room and I looked over there, I got all my acting stuff over on the wall over there. I said, well, hell, I didn't start doing that till I was 41. I said, well, what excuse?
Mhm.
So then I said, well, so I looked up University of Akron. They have night school too, because my supervisor, she went to University of Akron at night. And she used to be a corrections officer. She decided to go back to law school. And she's from Georgia.
Mhm.
So I said, okay. So I get back in court today. So yesterday, I was just troubled all in my spirit yesterday. So during court, they gave the address where the murder took place. And I said, and it was right around the corner from where the boy grew up. I said, something just said, Daryl, go by and see that scene where he died. And I drove. And I got there. It was a vacant lot. It was an old dead tree. And they had all these balloons and teddy bears and liquor bottles and candles around this tree. And I looked in the street. And I said a little prayer for the young man. I said, I hope you resting in peace. I hope that you get justice when this case is over. I was just talking. Then I headed home. and I just started to cry for some reason. I wasn't sad, but it just like, and then I realized what was going on. It's like all I could hear in my head was what that defense attorney said. He said, "Why are you settling? Why aren't you going to law school?" And I started to cry. And I said, "Okay." I was wiping my eyes. I said, "God, if you want me to have that," I said, "I got to take care of my mama. I got bills to pay." I said, "But if that's what you want from me, this is what I need." So I went to bed. Couldn't really sleep. So I got up 3 o'clock this morning. I got on the mailing list for the University of Akron's law school because they have a night program too, and then they have
Mm-hmm.
online courses too. So you can do all of it online, virtual.
Mm.
And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I go back to court, and then funny thing have it, soon as they do all their motions, they decide that they're gonna do closing argument everything Monday. That same lawyer looks back over I'm sitting behind the rail, less than 3 feet, 4 feet from all of them. He looks, he said, "Well, you know what we talked about yesterday?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you've seen the whole trial. You asked all these questions. I've been watching you take notes. You took about 20 pages of notes." I said, "Yeah," because I darn near wrote my yellow pad up. And he said, "What would your verdict be?" And I look, and then before I can answer, the judge is sitting at the bench. He looks at me. The two prosecuting attorneys look back, and his partner looks over me. All of them, and the stenographer, she stopped because I'm the only person witnessing, the motions part. Everybody else is left. Even the guy that's accused, he left. So, I started thinking I'd give him the answer that he wanted. He said, "Well, you know, I was 70-30 for convicting this guy, but yesterday, what you said, uh, now you put some reasonable doubt out there. So I'm 60-40 for convicting him. Da 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 da." I said, "But you might end up with a hung jury because witness juror number so and so seemed like they were uninterested out coming over." He said, "I didn't ask you what the jury gonna do." I said, he asked me, he said, "What was your opinion? What would you do if you were sitting up there?" I said, "Oh, I would convict him." He said, "Well, why?" Then I started giving all the reasons why based on the evidence that was presented, blah, 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 blah. And then before I could say anything, the judge, white guy, he looked at me, old man, he about to retire in January. He said, "Why aren't you in law school?" And before I can answer, the guy that I talked to the other day said, "Well,
Mm.
Your Honor, I told him yesterday he needed to apply to law school." I said, "He answered all the right questions. He has a legal mind for this." I said, "I told him yesterday that he needed to apply to law school." He said, "Young man, mind you, he ain't much older than me now. He's 70. He's got to retire in January because you can't be sitting on the bench after the age of 70. So he said, 'Young man, you need to go to law school.'" And I was like, I just sat there and I said,
So you
"Well,
thinking you're behind the law school?
huh? I think I
Are
can.
you
I'm going. I'm
are
gonna
you gonna
pray on.
go?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on ahead and apply. I'm going to get the book this weekend to study for the exam.
I think you should.
Yeah, because I always wanted to help people, but I know if I do it, I don't want to. I want to be a criminal defense lawyer or a prosecutor, one of the two.
Mm. Imma need you.
Well, because it.
Imma be
let me
suing everybody, Daryl. I'm not gonna even lie. Anybody that make me mad, Imma call you, and Imma be suing them.
let me go
So
on and
don't be
get.
trying to block my number and stuff.
No, but that was just the confirmation that I needed. But I got in the car and I drove back to my office before I came here, and I started crying again. I said, "God, if that's what you mean for me to have, this is what I need you to make a way for me because I got to take care of my mama. Because I promised my dad I would do it. I said I got to take care of her. I got to take care of the house. I got to keep working. So I got to go to
Well,
school."
that's
And
good, Daryl. I'm really glad to hear that. I think that's a positive step. And you are what I do know about you is you are when it comes to school anyway, you are a perfectionist. I have never seen anybody
I try
who just
hard.
has to get all A's. Why do you have to get all A's? Hell, I didn't get all A's, Daryl, and it took me 6 years to get a 4-year degree in between getting married and having kids.
I don't know. It's just like I'm a
Because you
nerd.
really push yourself.
A lot of people just look at me like, I was on the dean's list. Yeah, this last time I was in school, I was on the dean's list. I was the president of the Paralegal Society, and I was Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I never set out to. Yeah, Stephanie, that's what I'm thinking about being a defense lawyer. I never set out to be in these leadership positions in these organizations, but I always had a passion for the law. But that's why I want to tell y'all, don't settle. Don't make a mistake. I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell my children.
Or
Don't
take
make
the easy way out.
because don't make excuses for yourself. If you want something and you try and it don't work, and I'll be a hypocrite because that's the one thing I've been a hypocrite about. That's the one thing I've been a hypocrite about. Any other thing I want to try, I always tried it, but I allow fear and doubt to stop me from going after that. And it has bothered me. It has bothered me since I was in my 20s. I've always wanted to be a lawyer. And for a lawyer and a judge, 2 days apart, to ask me the same question, why haven't you gone to law school? You know what you're doing. And this man sat on the bench over 45 years. He's been a lawyer and a judge over 45 years. He said, why haven't you gone to law school? And I had no excuse. And I just found it was honest. And when I was walking out the courtroom, the black guy, he pulled me to the side. He said, you settled. He said, you became a paralegal because you thought it was too late and you were too old, but you're not. He said, two of my classmates, one was in the 60s, one was in the 70s. My boss was classmates with one person that was 74 and the other one was 70. Going to night. Too old.
Well, my sister, she's a few years older than me, and my daughter both got their bachelor's degrees the same year. The same year. And at 24, my daughter had her master's and took the test to go to law school and missed it twice. I'm sorry, missed it by 2 points and refused to go back and take it again. We had a judge talk to her. The judge told her, a black female judge told her, look, I had to take that test 4 times before I got it. And I'm a judge now. She wouldn't do it. So I'm glad to see you doing it.
I gotta figure out a way to make it happen because I love filmmaking. Maybe I'll be an entertainment lawyer. I don't know, but I know I'll probably take some courses dealing with contracts and all that. But sitting in that courtroom and watching them 4 lawyers, two black men, one was 37, one's my age, and then the prosecution, one's a guy my age, and the other's an older guy about to retire. And I watched them. It was like they were playing chess. They were going back and forth, and it just put something in me. I was like, man, this feels right. Feels right. It just feels right. I said, this is God's way of showing me where I need to be doing. Because I like what I do. I love helping people, man. I was sitting with the family of the victim, right? And every time they had a question, I thought about it. I'm going to tell you about this little girl. Her brother was the one that got killed. She was about 13 or 14 when her brother got killed. Now she's 18. And when the ballistics confirmed that the gun that was taken off this guy was the weapon used to kill him, and the bullets met, she just started screaming. And she had my arm. I told everybody that he killed my brother. I told her. She ran out the courtroom crying. And I thought about it. And every time that girl saw me this whole week, every time she saw me this morning. She got a call. Hey, Mr. Darrell. Hey, Mr. Darrell. How you doing, Mr. Moore? I said, how you doing, sweetheart? And it was like a burden had been lifted off that child when she had been telling people all along that he'd done it, but that ballistics confirmed that the gun they took off.
He did it.
Still tried to deny it to the end. And I was like, and then that boy's grandmama, his mama, she couldn't come to court. She didn't come at all. It was just too much for her. But his daddy was there, sister, aunt, and then the advocate. And so they were sitting all behind me. And every time they had a question, they would never talk to my boss because she was busy helping the prosecution. They would ask. So I was the one relaying, saying, well, like if they saying something in court, they have sidebars and stuff. They say, "Well, what's going on?" They tap me on the shoulder, ask me. I said, "Well, they discussing this point. Well, why are they arguing this point?" Then I had this. Then my boss leaned and say, "Don, you understand all that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I know what they're doing." And then she said, she leaned over to me. She said, um, "I think I'm gonna be handing the job over to you one day." I said, "No, don't say that." And I started laughing. But sure enough, as soon as she said that, and then the court ended for the day, that's when they hit me. The judge and that defense lawyer said, "You've been." The guy said, "You've been settling. Why aren't you in law school?"
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have no answer. Hey, D. Darrell. Hey, everybody.
You
That I
smart enough, girl, that's for sure.
I can't lie to you. Thank you. I can't lie to you, y'all. I've been really. That's the one thing, the one regret I've had. Now I can say I've lived my life with few regrets, but that's one of them.
Mm.
And with them saying that to me, that just kind of like gave me that I got on their mailing list, and I'm gonna go get the book this weekend so I can study and get pay for the software so I can practice them tests while I'm on my lunch break at my job. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what happens. Because if God wants that for me, He gonna make a way for me financially and a way for me to take care of my mother and my house at the same time. I'm gonna do it. And
Mm-hmm.
what really motivated me to start looking at it again. I have a fraternity brother. I'm gonna tell you his story. He'll tell you his testimony too. He lives in Las Vegas, mind you. He used to live here. Now he was on the wrong side of the law. He's from Kansas City. Well, he used to live here, but he's from Kansas City. He caught drug charge. He went to federal prison for drug dealing, and he got out. And he somehow was able to get a real estate license as a convicted felon, as a convicted drug dealer. He was able to get a real estate license, but somebody vouched for him out there in Las Vegas where he was living. He did that and became real successful in the last couple of years selling real estate. He got married. He got a wife and a son. She's a nurse, and people showed him favor. Do you know? He said, "I want to go to law school." Now he's a convicted felon, drugs. I thought there was no way that this man could go to law school. He said, "Yeah, you can go to law school." He said, "It's harder, but you can do it." People are like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't
I
know that.
mean,
I thought with a
Judge, what's his name? One of those judges was a criminal. He had
Mathis went,
yeah, yeah.
but his was
There's a
juvenile. He had a felon. He
Yeah,
went to,
his was juveniles when he was getting in trouble, but
so here's the funny
there's a
thing.
will, there's a way.
Yeah. So people that work with him in real estate, some of them were lawyers. They wrote letters on his behalf, got his record
Mm-hmm.
expunged, and he got accepted to UNLV's law school. He goes to University of Nevada, Las Vegas, part-time, and he still real estate, and he in law school. He's in his second year of law school right now. He was the first person I said, "You can do this coming out of prison. What's my excuse?" But I was like, he's a little younger than me, da da da. But he's only 5 or 6 years younger than me, though. But he's still doing it. Convicted felon, all of this, and he went out and he's in law school. And then when I met these two this week, the judge and that lawyer, I'd seen this guy before while I was in school getting my paralegal certificate. I met him, but I didn't really talk to him until this week. We talk every day. And I said at the end of the trial, we both like to go to the gun range. He said, "Man, let's go to the gun range. You smoke cigars?" "Yeah, I don't mess with no cigars." I said, "Okay, we go to the gun range, grab us a drink, whatever afterwards, and chill out." So I'm like, that's just confirmation that I need to go on and stop making excuses. I'm always telling people to go after what they want. I look like a damn hypocrite knowing that that's what I want and I ain't going after it. And I tried to talk myself. I said, "I can't do that. I'm too old. It's been too long. Da 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 da." I'm like, "Well, hell, I just finished school last year. Why can't if I can do that? Why I can't do this?"
It's never too late.
I took the short way out. Thank you, Miss Endo. Thank you very much. And I was like, I did settle. I took that because I thought I was too old to get what I really wanted, or ask me back. And then I thought about it. I said, yeah. As long as I got breath in my body, still I got opportunity to do something about it. So I'm gonna see what happens. The worst that can happen, I tried and it don't work out. At least I'll know. So I'm gonna go for it, man. I'm gonna go on and go for it. And if God means for me to have it, I'll have it. If not, I got a job. So what God has for me is for me. But
That's
that
right.
just I mean, I don't know why I got so emotional. I was driving in, I started crying. I said, why am I crying? And it's like I could hear that dude's voice in my ear, like, why are you not in law school? Why are you not in law school? And it was like it was just getting louder and louder. The closer I got to the courthouse and sitting in that courtroom, and he was like, you just be asking all these questions like you a first year law student. I said, well, well, I'm interested in what's going on. I was taking notes, everything they were doing, how they were doing it, how they was objecting to this and why they was objecting to that, and the evidence and all that stuff. All that stuff was just going down and down and down. But I'm here to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, like I would tell anybody else, tell your children, do not call themselves giving anybody a ride in their car or riding with anybody that they don't know. Because if the cops stop you and you driving that car and one of your so-called friends sticks something under your seat, a gun, drugs, or whatever, it is up to you to prove that it's not yours, because in the eyes of the law, it belongs to you. So if you don't know somebody or you thinking they're a little iffy, don't you ride with them. You're like, hey, come, let's hang out. Yeah, I'll meet you there. You get your way, I'll get mine. We'll meet up there. Because
that's right.
this boy got stopped. It was his girlfriend's car, stolen tag on the car, 3 guns in the car. He's 17 when they stopped him. 17, 18 years old. 17. Got 3 loaded guns in the car. The gun that was on his hip was the murder weapon. Ballistics matched the bullets pulled out the victim, 7 of them, to the bullets in the gun. He claimed that the cops planted the gun on him. How the cops put a gun in your pocket?
Wow.
Then before the girlfriend got killed in a car accident last month, they were going to have her testify that the guns in the car were hers, so that he wouldn't catch a charge. Nonsense. But
because she would do less time as a first offender.
Right. She wouldn't have got no time at all. But little did she know, because they were banking.
Ladies, don't fall for that bullshit. You let him do his own time.
Thank you. You don't sit there and do a day in jail. I ain't doing 60 seconds of time for nobody else, including my kids. You act a fool.
Hell to the no.
You on your own. So that's my lesson for that. If you out here knowing you do it, I'm not telling you how to be a criminal, but don't go out here lying, talking about you was at your mama's house or your friend's house when the cell phone towers is pinging you. Cell phone towers have a range of 3 to 5 miles. And this is how our phone calls are picked up. I learned this from the FBI expert. If you're between 2 cell towers, let's just say cell tower number 1 is next to a hospital or some large concrete building, you're on the other side of the building, and then the other cell tower is in the other direction. When your phone call goes out or comes in, it's going to pick up off of both towers, but the one that's going to allow you to answer or make the call is the one where there's no obstruction. So that's the first tower that's going to ping you. So you might be in the middle of 2 cell phone towers, but the one with the strongest signal, that's the one you're going to ping to first. So when they pull the phone record to find out where you are, they be like, oh, you was in this area. And that's how they get you. You say, oh, I wasn't there. But your cell. Okay, so who had your phone? Oh, I had it. Okay, so you were there. And anybody that calls
That's right.
Anybody that calls, even if you don't pick up the phone, it still pings you where you are, even if you don't answer your phone. If your phone goes straight to voicemail, it still shows that Daryl got a phone call while he was over at Roxanne's area where Roxanne's house is. I said, I wasn't over there by Roxanne, but my phone, even though I didn't answer my phone, it still pings to the Roxanne's neighborhood. Or
sure does.
All phone companies, just for you folks, all your text messages are never deleted by your phone carrier. Every text,
never, ever, ever, ever.
every text you've ever sent, every picture you've ever sent, as long as you got that phone, and they keep
Or
the record of it,
receive.
or received, they got a record of it. So you can delete it out your phone. They still got it on their server. Just thought you should know. I just thought you should know that. I was like, some of the stuff I'd have said back in my younger days, I don't know if I want nobody to know that. Uh, yeah. So and this came from a guy that works for the FBI. I was sitting there like, he ain't got no reason to lie. I'm sitting there with my mouth wide open. I'm like, just imagine, I'm 52. All the text messages I've sent over the years, they got some phone carrier, and I've had my phone with every phone carrier out there. Everybody still got a record of my text, incoming and outgoing.
That's right.
Yeah. And if you know, if they keep text messages like that, they also keep the emails too on a server. And there's a little thing called a Patriot. Remember, after 9/11, there's a thing called a Patriot Act. They can access all your emails and all your text messages if they think you're a terrorist.
I wish they access some of these bills.
Yes, you ain't lying. Tell me about it. But they have stuff that they can find out wherever you at and whatever you do. So, like somebody else talking about his wife had his phone, and he had it the whole time. Lynn, you're gonna have to tell me who you talking about. Cause we didn't get with so many nutvilles. Who did what? I don't know what was up with Kim. I'm out to pop Kim because Kim knows she's supposed to be here. But I'm trying to think about who you talking about, Lynn.
Who's she talking about?
I think wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I thought I might be wrong. Like
Oh, Mookie.
Yeah. That's that was it. That's what I thought it was. I had to get myself together for a bit. I thought that's who it was.
I mean Dookie, not Mookie.
Oh Lord.
Dookie.
I don't know what Kim's at. Oh Lord, Kim ain't coming. Kim that fell asleep. I ain't worried about it. We good. We good. Kim told she tired. She ain't tired. But shoot, y'all, they like I said, the court case ain't like the first 48. Who went to the ER? Oh Lord. But oh yeah, Mookie. Because I just realized what you call him, Chewbacca. Call him Chewbacca.
Dog Cigar Mafia. She ain't right.
Chewbacca. But see, that FBI agent would have ate him up. They can not only tell where you were when your phone was being called or sending calls and texts, they can show you how many phone calls you made in each cell phone tower area in a 30-day time span around you. And they can show that where you live or where you spend most of your nights based on your phone calls. Because the average person, the last phone call you make normally is where you plan to spend the night. And the first call you make is where you did spend the night. So that based on that pattern, they can tell where you sleep or where you live or where you spend most of your nights, unless you work a night shift. And they got full breakdown showing how they do that. I was like, oh my God. They could give a percentage. They'd say Roxanne uses her phone 72% of the time in this area. She uses it this time over here at this store she likes to shop at. Or, they put a map up showing where you normally be when you're using your phone. The FBI has those kind of records about you based on your number. And they just pull it up. and stick it on a PowerPoint slide, and you right there in court.
The cell phone company has that information too. I
Right.
don't know.
They get
I've
it.
seen mine. I have
Mhm.
seen mine, but that was many years ago. I
Yeah.
don't know if they'll give you that now.
Normally that kind of information requires a court order, but see, they don't have to have a
Of
court order because
no,
you know,
your
they
own
should.
stuff though. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but they don't have they can go around that. They don't need a court order because they are the feds. And but when they come to court with them doggone diagrams, and
Oh,
I'm
they
like,
come
my,
with a court order. They
yeah,
come
that
with a
joke.
court.
They
Yeah.
put that slide. That dude had a 20-point PowerPoint slide about this one kid's phone number and his usage. They had broken down percentage of where he is based on his phone usage, what cell phone tower, what day he likes to go certain places. They had all of that broke down. We just sitting there looking. And after all of that, he still lying. Well, up there trying to lie and say he was at home with his mama.
Mm, mm, mm.
They had every call he made in a 30-day span, where exactly in the city he was when he made the phone call or when he received the phone call, who he called, who called him, who texted him, had copies of all the text messages going in and out, everything. Everything.
Mm.
And that
Yep,
lets me
that's how
know,
they get you.
that lets me know right now, I'm gonna put this mess down. Because it's always a third person watching. Big brother is watching you. You better call them directly and talk. Or send them a good old-fashioned letter that they can burn up when they finish. Because if you send a text, just know everything is kept. They keep a record of everything forever. Christine, I don't want you to have that app. I'm sorry. If there was an app like that, I definitely don't want you to have it. Because I can just see the devilment that you would get yourself into messing with folks with that app.
Yeah, Christine, they still got burner phones. You buy them from Walmart
Sure, you can
for
buy a
like
burner phone.
$20.
You can buy a burner phone at the corner store.
Or the gas station. Yeah.
There you go. What's them old track phones? Throw that track phone out the window when you finish with it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: if you buy a cell phone now, see back in the day, all the dope boys used to buy phones, and you didn't have to give your name; you just paid the money, and turn it on. Now you got to show an ID to activate a phone. You got to show an ID or get somebody to turn it on in their name. But when you get in trouble, they're gonna come looking for the person the phone's name is in. They'll be like, "No, I just bought the phone for him." But by then, they in trouble. So, but you can still get a burner phone. You just go to the corner store, put some minutes on it, and keep it pushing. But it's still pinging off that cell phone tower. And everybody that you call, they're gonna have their number. So when they do the tracing, like, who at this number? Oh, that's my friend so and so. That's my cousin or whatever. They're gonna still trace it back to you unless you get rid of the phone. I know what you did last night. If I had that app, oh Lord. Y'all some criminals. Everybody tell them where you can go get a burner phones and Family Dollar and track phone. Y'all some gangsters. Y'all talk about me. Y'all some dang gangsters up in here.
No, we just shop and see things.
Mm-hmm. But ain't no man ever outthink a woman being sneaky. A woman's the original sneaky on the earth.
A
Evil's the
woman is
original.
smarter.
No, y'all
Women
ain't
are
smarter.
smarter than men.
Y'all are
Yeah,
more
we are.
deceptive. Y'all more deceptive. Because Eve was the
No,
original
we're
deceiver.
smarter.
No, she was the original deceiver. Men ain't
In
deceptive
order
like
to
that.
deceive, you must be smarter than.
No.
So we are smarter than you men.
Okay. Well, if
Right,
y'all so
ladies?
smart, well, if y'all so much smarter than men, how are men able to get over on women so easy? Ooh, I'll wait.
As if women don't get over
listening.
on men.
I'm listening. Look what I'm
That
drinking.
goes both ways, girl. Women get over on men all the time.
Smart water, because I have what? Smart parts.
Oh God, please.
I'm just saying, if women are smarter than men, how men able to get over on women so easy all the time? Just ask.
Women do the same thing to men, Daryl. They do the
Okay.
same thing to men. They have men
You can
crying,
wait a minute.
sucking
What
their
you say, Kelly?
thumb.
Well, that's after sex though. But that ain't got nothing about deception. That's joy.
You are so nasty.
Whatever.
Lord have mercy. Whew.
That ain't about deception. That's about unspeakable joy. Hmm. Women can get over a whole lot easier than men, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, y'all some bad women over here talking about where to go get a burner phone and all that. Y'all some gangsters. I'm gonna have to watch y'all. But man,
Mm,
what?
Whatever.
I really want hope on Kim, but Kim got tired. Kim was talking about that they had a what's that app that everybody's hold on. The preacher, they were discussing that preacher that Clubhouse. They had a group chat and they were talking about that church out there in Iowa. And people were coming on, going back and forth, going at it.
Fussing. They were fussing?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were really having a heated debate. And Kim was discussing it on her channel. And but I fell asleep. I missed all the action. I missed all the good stuff. And D. Durrell had a heated discussion the other night. And Stargate, some lady got into it. And it got
Yeah,
deep.
I like
Everybody,
Stargate. She's something else. That
shoot,
little
they were
girl
getting,
is something else. You hear me?
yeah, they were getting deep. I mean, they were getting deep. And but this guy with this, I'm gonna put something in y'all head, y'all. Okay. The preacher's in his 60s and married this 18-year-old girl, which leads me to believe that when that girl was 14 or 15, he had his eye on her all this time. He even admitted he waited until
Mm-hmm.
she got to be 18 to marry her. Then come to find out
Mm-hmm.
from talking to Kim, the day of the wedding or the day before the wedding, the mama of this girl got admitted to a mental hospital. She had a nervous breakdown behind this whole situation. I find that very
Mm.
peculiar. We have, as older people, we got to do a better job of protecting our young people. There was a girl here, and I shared the story in the Facebook group and in the moderators chat. This girl was 19 years old. She got missing last July here in Cleveland. They found her body this week. Her
Mm.
boyfriend got evicted out of his apartment. They found her body covered in a pile of clothes on his balcony. The people, then the landlord were entering the apartment to clean it up to get it ready to rent it out again,
Mm-hmm.
and they discovered her body. Her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, who they charged with her murder, he was 39 years old.
Mm. Well,
But
Daryl, they didn't smell the body.
that's what I'm saying. Her body was on a balcony covered in piles of clothes. And
You
I'm
would
like,
think that the neighbors would have started complaining.
somebody, somebody would have smelled something that wasn't right.
Something when you walk past. Damn.
And
Ooh.
that girl was getting ready to join the military. She had gone to the recruiter's office to sign the paperwork. The recruiter dropped her back off at her boyfriend's house, and she was never seen or heard from again. She was 19.
So
She he
sad.
was he was 39. He was 20 years older than her. I believe she was about to break it off with this guy because she wanted to change her life and go on and
And go
leave
to
him
the
alone.
military.
Right, and
Mm-hmm.
he killed her. And the only reason they found her body because he got evicted from that apartment, and he left her body out there piled up in them clothes, and they arrested him.
Mm. That is
Yeah,
so sad.
yeah.
Mm. I don't know how people deal with losing their children. I hope I never know how. I
I
hope I
pray it's a
never know
feeling
that
you
pain.
never have to experience. That is not normal. That's not the normal course of life. We're supposed to bury our parents. They're not supposed to bury us. And that's what I was thinking about when I was at court all this week. I'm like, you know what? I told the family of the victim, I said, you know what? Y'all buried y'all family loved one. I said, and over there, they got to deal with the idea of him never being free again, spend the rest of his life in prison. I said, but
Mm-hmm.
the other side is they can at least go visit him. You go into a grave. I said, there's no
Right.
there's no winners in this situation. Even if they convict him, y'all are still grieving, and they're going to be sad the rest of their days because their loved one is in prison for the rest of his life, and your loved one is deceased. I said, there's nobody
Mm.
gonna ever hit. I said,
They
everybody's
didn't
life.
have kids or anything, right?
The young man, no, neither one of them had children. But
Thank
this is what's
God.
so crazy. These two boys were best friends. Fell out about a dice game. The victim beat him in the dice game. He gets mad. It escalates. He gets in a fight. The boy whoops his ass. He rounds up a gun, rounds up the crew, allegedly. I have to say allegedly until the judgment comes down. Tried to shoot this boy back on October 9th of 2017. They didn't get him. So for the next 21 days, he hunts this guy, tries to find this guy for the next 21 days. They finally catch up to him, guns him down. So he's trying to say that he didn't do it, but he's out there looking for this guy for 21 days after the first attempt on this boy's life.
Mm.
And then they catch him May of the next year with the murder weapon in his pocket. He said he didn't do it, said the cops planted the weapon on him, blase, 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 lie. So you know what their defense was to try to get him off? They basically put the police department on trial, saying that they corrupt, they're dirty, they planted the guns, they pulled disciplinary files of every cop that was on the scene that assisted in the arrest. They did everything, they deflected from the fact that this boy got stopped in a car with stolen tags with the murder weapon in his front pocket. They deflected from all of that and then tried to make it about dirty cops. Craziness. Craziness. And I'm sitting there looking at all of this go down. But I'm like, what about the cell phone towers? What about the ballistics? What about the fact that the gun was in his right front pocket? What about the fact that when all of this is going on, he's affiliated with a gang. They making videos on social media showing gangs and gang signs and guns, all of that. But you still say this boy didn't do it? Okay, we'll wait and let the jury decide. But I have my opinion. And I just sat there and watched all this go down. And I gained a new respect for cops. All cops ain't dirty. Some of them are. Just like it's some bad people out here in social media and in the world. It's good and bad and everything. Right. But exactly. I'll say this, and especially in the black church, you got people out here touching children and knowing they oldest time out here marrying kids and molesting kids and doing what they do and thinking that God's been, I was talking earlier, God has been exposing all these crooked preachers, left and right the last 2 years. All their little secrets coming out, all their little proclivities and their health issues and stuff they've been hiding. All of it's been shared, and light's been shed on all of that. And I've been telling people, we got to do a better job of protecting our children and our young people because they are falling prey to sick people that are our age or older. And we got to do a better job of like, hey, don't you 19, you 18, 19 years old. You don't need to be out here dating nobody 39, 40 years old and older. Get you somebody your age. Okay, if you 19, 20, you want to date somebody 10 years older than you grown, that's your business.
Where is her father?
He is a part of the church. That's the thing. He went along with this for a business deal. Because I think the preacher investment, they do. But they really can't do nothing about it because technically the girl's of age. She's 18. It's foul, but how old is she over her? 45. He's 45 years old when this girl was born. That man was our age when this girl was born. That'd be like me. Oh my God. I just realized that.
Dating my daughter. That would be like you dating my daughter. Who the hell wants to do that? Well, she ain't no,
she ain't even old as your daughter. Your daughter, a grown woman.
She ain't even. That's what I'm thinking. She's even younger than my daughter.
That man married somebody. He probably got grandkids older than his wife. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Ladies, that people that go to church that's in here, listen, can you imagine a 18-year-old or 19-year-old woman as your first lady of your church?
I know if she was my daughter, I'd have kicked his ass.
Oh man, I'd be
Horrible.
it'd have been state of Iowa versus Daryl Moore Sr. Because ain't no way in the
Mm-hmm.
world. First of all, I wouldn't have let my daughter even been entertaining that.
Nope.
I'd have been like, look,
Nope.
I'd have got a restraining order against him.
Exactly. And threaten his ass up.
Yep. You ain't gonna say ain't no R. Kelly situation here. You ain't gonna give me some money to open a
Mm-mm.
business in exchange for my daughter. The hell with you. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. All money ain't good money.
It sure ain't.
And who sells their daughter? Good Lord. What has this world come to? Damn.
They're sick. I don't. But see, that's how these cults work. You're not allowed to associate with anybody outside the church. Uh,
Mm.
anybody outside is of the world. They're evil. They're sinners. Not to be associated with. That includes your own family. Where we heard that before. Know what I mean? We've heard that all before. People
Mm,
getting
mm, mm.
excommunicated. Now you think about it. I'll be 53 this year. Just imagine I'm 53. I'm only 10 years younger than him. So I married an 18-year-old girl. I married somebody that I was 35 when they were born. I'd be marrying a girl a year younger than my youngest child. My son just turned 19 last week. So if I had an 18-year-old wife, I got a wife that's a year younger than my son.
Okay, so that would be like me marrying your son, the 19-year-old, Robert.
Yeah,
What in the hell are me and Robert going to talk about?
hell if I know. You got problems older than him.
Right.
That's
I
my
got
point.
panties older than him.
Damn.
Yeah.
You probably got old
19.
you got old bills in the back of your closet. You forgot you had a shoebox older than my child. And me, and me,
Uh-huh.
and me, that don't make no sense.
Oh, no.
Mary Furch, I ain't never
Mm.
heard of no man 63 years old, other than in them foreign countries. You see that all the time. Those arranged marriages. But here in America, where you got free choice, no. I'd be in jail. You better not come in my house talking about you 60-something years old, talking about you gonna marry one of my kids. And
Uh-uh.
like you go head on with that. Because I'm gonna make the evening news that day. Mm-mm. That don't make sense. I mean, but realistically, what are you going to talk about to have in common with an 18-year-old girl?
That's what I'm thinking about. What would I do with him?
I mean, because if he died, the only upside I can see, he died, you could draw his Social Security.
Right. Right.
But since he
But
went to
not you
prison,
can't do that until he's what? Until she gets to 62. By then there ain't gonna be no
uh,
Social Security.
she could, as his spouse, she could draw his Social Security. I think. Wait a
Upon
minute
his
now.
death, she has
I
to
think
be
so.
Social Security age in order to do that.
I don't know.
She's not a child, she's a spouse. The child can do that
That's right. The
if he
child can
dies.
do that. Yeah,
Right,
the
but not
child.
the not the spouse.
If he had a child that was under the age of 21, they could,
Right.
they could draw it like up to 18, they could draw it. And then if they're in school full time, they could
Full
draw it all
time,
the
they
way,
go to
all,
21, right.
all the way up until they finish school. You can draw it up, I think, 24 as long as you're in school full time and
Now what
not getting,
happens though is if um
yeah,
say that
he get a kid by her.
well, yeah, that. But what happens is when he gets older, if his Social Security is more than hers, then
He
he
can draw her. She can
can
draw
draw
his.
hers if hers is more.
Yeah, whoever got the
But
large.
how's hers gonna be more? Because you only 18.
18. Hell,
And
she
so
ain't
by
worked
the
for her.
time you start working, yours gotta be more. 'Cause cost of living has gone up all of them years. So I don't see the upside to it for her.
Yeah, unless she have a baby by that old wormy man.
Yeah.
But the one drop, if she, let's just say, I thought of that, just make my stomach hurt. if she did get pregnant by this man, which she probably will, uh, that child will go to school for free all the way through college because you have an elderly parent.
Mhm. Mhm.
Child will qualify for everything, but by the time that child get ready to go to college, that man gonna be probably knocking on death's door if he's still alive at
Right.
all. But there was a preacher, y'all. Since we talking about this guy, when I lived in Atlanta, Christine, I don't know if she's pregnant or not. I don't know. There was a preacher that lived in Atlanta. I don't know if y'all remember this a couple of years back, or over 15 years ago. He had this church called the House of Prayer or something. He got arrested because he's old school. He was an apostolic preacher too. They believed in spanking children and discipline. He spanked because single mothers would say, my kid acted out in school, and the elders of the church, the men would hold him by the arms and ankles, and they would whoop the child in the church. And one of the children went back and told what was done to them at school, and they reported the church, and he got arrested. His name was Pastor Allen, old man. And they told him, say, you can't do that no more. He said, you can't tell us what to do. He fought it all the way, I think, to the Georgia State Supreme Court or whatever. And he got out, and he still kept doing what they do. They issued a warrant for his arrest. He got on the run. This man was 70 years old, and his wife was 24, and she had kids by him. Yeah, Ebony, you remember that's his name, Reverend Allen. Yeah, remember that old man? He used to have that hair slicked back. Yeah,
Hey,
I remember
Ebony.
Yeah, he just died a few years back. He ended up dying, but when he died, he was like 74 years old or whatever. But his wife was 50 years younger than him. He was 70, and he was in his 70s, and she was in her early to mid 20s, and she had children by him, at least 2 to 4 children. She had quite a few children by him. Yeah. And he was a funny looking man. Oh my God, he was a funny looking dude. And he had and he believed in that discipline. He would not let them stop. And I'm kind of being honest with you. I believe in discipline too, but he wasn't abusing the kid. The parents would come to the church and say, hey, you got a child, say you got a boy, and that boy almost same height as you, and he getting out of control. The dad is nowhere in his life. And that's your last ditch effort. You're like, hey, can y'all help me? I need somebody, a man, to straighten him out. And they would light his behind up in the church. But this little boy went back to school, or girl or whatever, and told what happened to them in church. And they investigated, and it made CNN and everything. And they ended up shutting that church. The city ended up taking the building or something, and they started having church in some other location. But he refused to comply to their order, and they issued an arrest warrant for him, and he got sentenced to prison. But then he got out on bond, or something happened, and he died while he was out on bond. And then they violated his bond, they revoked his bond, and then he got on the run, and then they finally caught him. They sentenced him to prison. He did a couple of months or a year in jail or something, and he got out, and he died shortly after.
Oh, he finally died. Okay.
Yeah, he died. He was in the late 70s. And they were joking around Atlanta. People were real mean to him. He died. How he died? On top of me. People were so mean. All the radio DJs, they was making fun of that. How he died? On top of me.
Top of me.
Yeah, that girl was, but it was just like that. His wife used to dress very dull, just like them women in Geno Jennings' church, wearing them crazy skirts all the way down to your ankles, and long sleeve blouses buttoned all the way up to the neck. It was just real weird. He wear all his shirts buttoned up to the neck, old white shirt and khaki pants and white socks. He had on white socks and then them shoes. He was dressed like an old man from the 60s. And he had his hair all that Murray's wave grease slicked down. And he had a bunch of kids by that woman. And but yeah, he was much older than his wife, but his wife was a adult over the age of 21 when he married her. It was grimy, but he wasn't like, even though it's only a 3-year age difference when that man's wife and the other preacher's wife, but it's just the idea This girl fresh out of high school. She graduated high school and a week or so later, you marry her. That's sickening. That's nasty.
Mhm.
Just,
It is sickening.
yeah, now just a minute. I'm wondering, is that girl for real? Ebony, wait a minute. Y'all saying she pregnant for real? She pregnant by the old man? Y'all, please be, let that be a rumor. Please don't let that be the truth. Please tell me y'all just joking.
Mm.
Please tell me y'all joking. That girl ain't pregnant by that old man. Please, Lord. Please, Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he sure did, Ebony. He moved from Detroit down to Atlanta. He sure did. He was from Detroit. Please, Lord, don't let that girl be pregnant by that old man. Oh, Father. 18-year-old girl, 19-year-old girl pregnant by, how old is he? 63 or 68? Oh, God,
Her
that just
father
depressed
gave
me.
her father sold her away, Christine. Shit.
That's what it is.
Let's
That's
tell you
what it
what it
is.
is.
Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with people these days. Uh, hmm, I can say so much. He's 64. Oh my God. He is 45 years older than his wife. Oh my God, he's 45 years old. Can you imagine? You 64 years old, you expecting a baby. Do you realize
Mm-mm.
he will be 82 years old or 83 years old when that child reaches 18?
I'd be in a sane asylum somewhere. Somebody come talking about somebody baby now. Hell no. Mm-mm. No
Man,
way.
ain't no way in the world.
I'd
Ain't
rather
no way
go
in
to
the
jail. Shit.
84 years old. Ebony, stop talking about that boy, that baby get worms. That baby gonna come out. They gonna name that child.
She's- Whew. Mm.
Lord have mercy, y'all. Can't, I just thinking about that. I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to not get stuck on that, but that man is 60. He's old enough to draw Social Security.
Yep.
Do you realize that? And he got a teenage wife.
Mm, mm, mm.
What is she gonna talk to that man about? What is he gonna talk to her about? Baby, come on in the room. You cartoons on. Man, man, what the hell?
Angela said that baby gonna have
I,
rickets.
I'm not messing with Anderson. I ain't heard about say rickets in years. Oh my God, do
I ain't
people
heard that in years either. My grandmother used to say that. I don't
do
even know
people
what it is.
do people still get rickets? Oh my God, with
That's
you
something
know,
with your legs, isn't it?
yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like being bow-legged. Oh my God, I ain't heard
Mm,
about say rickets in
me
years.
either.
Oh my God.
My grandmother been dead 20 some years, 30 years. Good Lord.
Yeah. My grandfather been dead. My last grandparent, he been dead 30 years. He died 2 weeks after I got married. September, Labor Day weekend, 1992.
Mm,
Yeah, it's been that long.
I miss my grandparents.
I never had the pleasure of, I don't have any remembrance of my grandmothers. And I said that's something I always was something I wish I could have had. Now when people say their grandmama was still living, I'm like, man, that's a blessing.
Mm.
I
Well, my
I had
sister's grandmother is still alive.
really.
She was a teacher. Yeah, she's still alive and in good. They had to take her car from her, but but my sister has a grandmother. Hmm.
Oh wow. Sharon, what's a good name for the baby? If it's a boy, name it Earl, Willie Earl, because that's your old daddy.
Willie
Willie,
Earl. I like that. That'll fit.
that just gonna be a daycare. My name Willie
Backwards.
Earl.
Backwards ass name for a backwards ass situation.
Lord have mercy.
Name them Social Security. Social
Yeah,
is the
that's right.
first name.
You ain't lying. Uh, Christine, you got a point. He been in and out of prison, so he might not even be able to draw Social Security. But if
Oh,
she,
wow.
but if she,
If he
but
didn't
if
have
she,
a job, he can't.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he was in and out of jail. But and if he was a preacher before he went in and out of jail, I don't even know if he was paying into Social Security because these little storefront preachers, he might not have ever paid into Social Security, so they might just be stuck all the way around.
And her raising babies by herself. That's a shame.
I'm not gonna fool with Angela. Angela told my name the baby pension.
Pension. She didn't like my social security brown. What's the pastor's last name?
Creflo Dollar.
No, the pastor you talking about married them young girls. What's his last name?
Oh, the guy here in Iowa, his name is Reed.
Willie Earl Reed.
God be damn.
There you go.
Hold on. The girl's name, y'all. The teenage bride. Her name is Jordan Reed. I'm gonna let that sit on your mind for a minute. I'm gonna say that again. Y'all come in real close. The name of the bride is Jordan Reed. I'm gonna let
That
that
went over
spin
my
on your.
head. She can't read or something.
No. Her legal name, now that she's married, Jordan
Yeah.
Reed. Say it
Okay.
again real slow. Christine get it. That Christine bust out laughing when I said it earlier.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You get it now?
You think that was that wasn't on no. That's
Think about it. It's just as a joke. Jordan Reed.
hmm
Somebody write it in the chat so Roxanne can read it and put it together.
I got it.
Okay. Thank you. I find that very ironic. First name Jordan, last name Reed. Nickname Master Prophet.
Mm.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
Mm. Sharon, you ought to
Jordan
stop.
Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed. That's the name. That's the name. That's the name. Right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Jordan Reed. You can't make this
Mm.
up. That's just divine. That's just a divine message from on high. Everybody caught it. When I said that earlier, Christine bust out laughing so fast because she caught it real quick. I said, Lord, that child named Jordan Reed. Ain't that ironic? But when a certain preacher saw this man's name, and I sent the video when Kim and Marcellus were discussing it. A certain preacher, no, the preacher's family said that man's dad was an honorable man of God. His mama was an honorable woman of God. They knew that he liked to mess with little girls. That's why his daddy set him down. And I said, well, and it's just ironic that this preacher that's out here in Iowa, he's apostolic. So the preachers that I sent the link to Kim's show to was apostolic, and they knew the man. Their family knows his family. And it was like they wasn't surprised.
Mm.
But the preacher that I'm talking about happens to be a former love interest of a certain ex-wife that we all know about.
Mm. I don't know nothing about that.
Yes. Very interesting connect. It's funny how people are connected, ain't it? Oh Lord, 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 Lord. This week has been a nonstop netville. Preachers marrying children. People cussing Marcellus out as usual with his dry beard. people cussing out Marcellus. Temple whores accusing people of sexual harassment.
Lord Jesus.
Everybody don't want you, baby. I'm gonna say this to you because I know you're listening. Salamander, the only people that want you, there are some men that want you. It's called the State of Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations. That's who wants you. The men that work there. Those are the men that want you. And it ain't for sexual harassment. It's for outstanding warrants in this state. They want your ass.
There. Bye,
They,
Daryl.
they want your ass. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, them men want your ass. And they're going to get you because I feel led by the Spirit to give them your address. And they're going to send a special knocking at your chamber door. And it ain't going to be, what's the guy that wrote quote, the Raven Nevermore? Yeah. They ain't gonna be sitting there coming for a pleasure visit. Those men want you. Those are the only men want you. And they don't want you for sexual harassment. They want you for them outstanding warrants. So you can stop lying, talk about some D. Darrell sexually harassed you. That man ain't never sexually harassed you. He roasted your ass. He made fun of you. But he ain't sexually harassed you. Let's just look at it from a serious standpoint. I said this Wednesday, but I'm gonna say this again.
What did D. Darrell say? Did you hear what D. Darrell said?
He just cracks jokes on him. He made fun of her, and she
roasting her like,
you know, how the usual jokes how he do. So let me explain something to you, sweetheart. You if you had been born, come along when Roxanne and I were teenagers or in our early 20s in the 80s and 90s when light skin was popular. Everybody like Christopher Williams, Al B. Sure, Halle Berry, and all them were hot and popping. You might have had something. But you just old, played out light skin, roast beef meat. Ain't nobody clocking for you no more. See, if you want men to want you, you have to bring something to the table other than flat backing and hooking. You gotta be educated, have a job, some kind of marketable skill, none of which you have. So you're in your 30s now. Cute and light skinned and young and perky ain't you no more. As one of my beloved friends of his say, you have a long back, which means your ass is flat like mine. You don't have Nocitol. You have Nocitol disease, just like I do. Hell, I go to jail. I go to jail with my flat ass. I wouldn't even get raped in jail. They just said, Dale, go back to your cell and close the door. We don't want you. I wouldn't even get raped in jail. So I ain't got nothing to offer. I have no bread basket. I'm okay with that. But your young, light-skinned, perky days have long gone by. They went by after baby number 2. You have 4 children, no husband, no education, no job skills. So you can stop lying on people talking about they sexually harassing you. Nobody's sexually harassing you. The only men that want you are the men that work at the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation because you have outstanding warrants. They want you. They want you badly, but not in the way you think men want you. They want you in a different kind of way.
Happy birthday, Sheena. With the right one, because D. Darrell don't have no problems suing nobody.
Oh, they gonna light it. He gonna get you straight. He gonna get you straight the right way.
Light her up like a Christmas tree. She better leave him alone.
Because I felt led by the Spirit to help him and assist him with this situation. Because I had a treasure trove of information about you. And and I plugged in this thing to my lovely laptop right here. And I said, here you go, sir. I think, and I got more to send, but I ran out of time because I was working. I told him I would send it to him, and he gonna get all the videos because I did a 12-part series about you, complete with a road trip where I drove around the city of Cleveland, showing where your boo things, family members are, and all. He's gonna have all of that because I don't like you, and you tried to set me up on a murder plot. Back having heifer. And I'm going to make it my goal in life to see to it that you get everything that you got coming to you. Because you are one evil, foul human being. I'm trying not to drop the B-bomb and the F-bomb. You are an evil piece of gutter snipe trash. And I'm going to help everybody that comes against you to get you. I'm not going to rest until you in handcuffs. You're going to go to jail in this state. And when you have your bond hearing, I'm going to be standing right there laughing and rejoicing because I'm going to see to it that you get yours. Because you tried to send me to prison. But look at God. I help send people to prison now. I work for the courts. You're going to get yours. You're going to get yours the right way. Ain't that something? I just had to think about that. You tried to send me to prison. You tried to do me like Joseph's brothers did him. And look at me now. I'm about to apply to law school. I work for the courts. And you going to go to jail. Oh! Hey, son. Happy birthday. My second oldest son. Hey, boy, I'm about to call you. My baby boy. Not my baby boy. My second oldest. He is now 23. I got grown children. All my kids are grown. Hey, grown men. And yeah.
My last one is gone, Daryl. He moved
I know.
out. I'm
Lord,
free as a bird.
Yep.
I've been walking around this house free as a bird too.
I bet you have. And he gonna surprise y'all. He gonna turn that key and come over there.
He don't have a key. You don't. No. He don't have a key.
That what you think? I kept a key. I still got a key to my parents' house, and yeah. I told you she nurses. My son's birthday was today. Yeah, my second oldest. Robert's birthday was last Friday. Malik's birthday.
Happy birthday, she nurses, and Robert and
Malik.
Was it Daryl?
No, Daryl's birthday.
Happy birthday, Malik.
Yeah, Malik. Daryl's birthday in May. He old Gemini, old sensitive ass Gemini.
Okay.
But yeah,
I got a steak waiting on me, y'all.
Oh Lord, y'all going to eat? Wait a minute. Your husband cooked the steak? Shit, let me get on up here.
He sure did. A nice fat thick ribeye.
I can't eat no meat like that and go to bed. I'll be traumatized. I'll be having nightmares and everything. I can't do that.
Nope.
I cannot do that. I ain't mad at you though.
But it's gonna take me 2 days to eat it, Daryl.
But what I can eat though, I'm gonna tell a little secret though. I know somebody probably get mad.
Hey, Ava.
I know somebody probably get mad. But so each day while we go to court, we go to lunch. And I've been eating some fine foods downtown. Because there are restaurants around the courthouse that cater to the people that work in the courthouse. So I'm gonna partake of the rest of this when I get off of here in a few minutes. I'm gonna have some delicious red, what's they call it, carrot cake. Ooh, Lord. Carrot cake. Oh God, that was good. Oh, don't encourage Roxanne to run around the house naked. Cause that boy gonna come home
Too
that boy
late.
gonna come that boy gonna come home doing some laundry, and they gonna be in there acting like they Adam and Eve
He
walking
has
around with.
his own washing machine and dryer, and he don't have no key.
He gonna come over there and get him some food out of the refrigerator.
Oh shoot! I am free as a bird.
Yeah, that's what you say. Your kids don't never stop coming over. hmm But anyhow, my Nutville is a continuation of the last Nutville, which means she's gonna probably make 80 more videos about us that nobody ever watched.
Yeah,
But
this is where I'm gonna leave. Everybody have a good night. It was nice being here with you, Daryl. I'll be in the chat. I
all
will
right,
be in the chat. Love
yeah, I'm gonna be
y'all.
out. I'm gonna be out here in about 5-10 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This will never change. I'm sorry. I don't even have to say shit. I'm just gonna put that up there. I ain't gonna say nothing. 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 Just let y'all look. And y'all in the chat, just comment what the caption should be. Just what you think. So what are y'all? Wait a minute. Who just said trout mouth? Lord have mercy. Trout mouth. Home, home, down home, home. E.T. go home. She done went after me. See, the only reason I put this picture up, I know you listening. I know you listening. So I'm gonna say this to you. I know you listening. I will send you my son's cash out. I know he probably went to bed. Hold on. But you have gone after D. Darrell and said that if you can take a deodorant can, you can take him and his whatever. Then you go after Marcellus. Then you make videos about me, videos that I never watch, and do all this craziness. If you just leave people alone, nobody will bother you. If you stay out of these people's chats that are over here lying, nobody will bother you. But when you come out here and repeatedly bother people, you're going to get roasted because you do stuff like this here with that damn thing on your head and a hoodie. So guess what? People are going to come after you. I mean, damn, you doing crazy stuff. You're doing crazy stuff, and you expect people not to roast you. You're out here harassing the absolute hell out of people making these crazy behind videos. And I mean, damn, when you do stuff like this, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when you do this kind of foolishness? I mean, let's just be real. what do you think is going to happen? You're going to get clowned repeatedly. I mean, just stop. All you got to do is just go down, sit down. Folks tell you all the time, go sit down. Stop. But for some reason, you like the abuse. I do not know why. I'm trying to understand. I am really, really trying to understand why you would put yourself through this kind of abuse. Because you know you can't out-talk us. You can't outthink us. You can't crack jokes better than us. So it just, and people are using you. Just sit down. I'm being serious now. You probably ain't gonna listen like you never listened before. You're gonna make a whole bunch of videos. Nobody watches your videos. Go click on the viewership of your videos. Nobody watches them. Then you even came out here accusing D. Durrell of sexual harassment. You even said that. After you said this. That's Nutville right there. That's straight Nutville. I'm going to take myself off. I'm going to just let you know. You talking about people sexual. Y'all, when y'all do stuff like that, that is straight Nutville activity. Because people that are really being sexually harassed and being really harmed are not going to be believed because people like y'all out here making up lies. Stop it. Stop it. Nobody is sexually harassing you. Because you know what? What's next, ladies and gentlemen? What's next? This person here gonna next accuse somebody of sexual harassment if she hasn't already. This is the next person that's gonna come out with a sexual harassment allegation. This one right here. And then I'm gonna just log off and never come back. Because Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles ain't touching this here. So we got to do better out here. We got to stop. We got to stop this. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. And y'all see down here in the bottom the ticker tape, because we're gonna put a stop to all these fools. $20.88, please. $20.88. Yeah, down there. And that ticker tape right there. Let me take this off the screen. Yeah, now that's sexual harassment. Saying you're gonna send I can say so much, but I gotta stop. Because people already say I'm being mean. But I'm for real, y'all. Stop lying. Ain't nobody sexual harassing y'all. I mean, why are you saying that? I can't. I'm trying to flip it into a comedy thing. I'm trying to tell a joke and be serious at the same time. But you know, you said that bullshit with a straight face that somebody sexual harassed you. You said that with a straight face. And this segues into my other thing before I get out of here. As of right now, we need $2,528.97 more. That's what we got left to raise, so that we can get phase one set off to stop these people from being out here on social media, lying, slandering, defaming people's character. We need to raise that much. That's how much we're short from what we've already taken in. Well, not we, Marcellus, because you've been sending the money to Marcellus. So if we could get 100 of you to donate $20.88, we'll be hitting there. If we could get 100 people to donate $20.88, we'll be good. We'll be done, and we can go on ahead and get this lawyer rocking and rolling, and get everything in play that for phase 1. We're not dealing with phase 2 yet, but if we could, I think once they see we're not playing with phase 1, they'll stop. But if they don't, then we'll go to phase 2, and that's where we're going to really drop the hammer. But I want you guys to. Marcellus is handling all the money. When he comes back from handling his personal affairs, gonna have him come up on the show and explain what's going on, because secondhand information, you don't deserve. For those of you that have donated, I think it's only fair that you get firsthand information from Marcellus. He's the point person. He's handling the money. He even created this thumbnail. I didn't create this thumbnail. He did. So he'll explain everything to you. We're really going ahead, and we're very serious about this. So yeah, that's what we're doing. He's the point person. And yeah. Again, one last thing though. When you get time this weekend, please watch the documentary called 137 Shots. It's about the crime that took place here. Police officers shot 137 rounds into this car. My boss was one of the people that helped with the prosecution of the cop that fired 45 of those rounds into the car. Every day I go to work, excuse me, every day I go to work and I look over in her office. That's the dummy showing where the bullet holes went. The dummy that's not the dummy, but the mannequin that's in the back. That was the mannequin for the driver. You can see the bullet holes in the top of the head from being shot from above, and all those rounds in the chest and upper torso. And the mannequin that's closest to you in this picture is the woman, and how she was shot in her chest center mass. Most of the bullets went into the driver. Just want you to see that. It's a very eye-opening documentary. Check it out. And I know she nurses. It's very emotional watching it. So you imagine me coming to work every day and seeing that mannequin, seeing those two mannequins, less than 10 feet away from me, 10, 15 feet away, every day, Monday through Friday. And realizing those mannequins were people, or representing people that were murdered by the police. Something to think about. But anyway, thank y'all for coming. I had a good time cutting up. I needed this to unwind. Thank y'all for just listening to me and let me be silly and have a good time. I really appreciate it. And this has been a very educational week and a very wild week for me. But I really, really, really feel good, because I feel like what I was doing mattered and I was helping somebody. And I'll keep y'all posted on this trial. This is my first trial since I got this job, and then, well, of this magnitude. I've been going to court all along, but my first murder trial, and it's been something. It's been something. Boy, it's been something. But I thank God I got that experience under my belt. So I don't know, y'all. I might feel like doing something this weekend, because I feel like cutting up. I might do something again this weekend. I'll let you know. But be looking in the Facebook group. We might just come together and cut up a little bit more, because I know something crazy gonna happen between now and Sunday. and it's supposed to start snowing tonight. We're supposed to get snow here up until Sunday evening. So I'll probably have about 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground. So we shall see. I'll wake up, my car be covered in snow. So I got food, I got dark liquor, I got cigars. So I'm good. And I got cable TV. And so I'm chilling. But anyway, y'all be good. Thank you for coming out. And I will be back. I will be back, and I guarantee you probably about 3 or 4 videos be made by me about me between now and Sunday. Well, you watch what I tell you now. But offline, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to be going back and forth with you. Ticker tape, we coming to deal with you. Y'all thought we was playing, but we coming. Offline. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night, good night, good night.
You've been listening to Friday Nights with the A-Team. Please remember to visit us online at ateamtv.com. Share the show with a friend. And for God's sake, stay out of Nutville. And keep your breadbasket safe. The A-Team Friday Night Live is a production of the A-Team Television Network.